10 Lessons by PLO Lumumba that can spark mental shift in Africa.
Who has bewitched us? Who has bewitched us that we have no faith in ourselves? Gold is under our earth, and the Bible is still right. And to those who do not have, even the little that they have will be taken and it will be given to those who have. Now you see, your uranium is being given to the Chinese. And here you are left wondering, waiting for God to come majestically and dramatically to part your Red Sea. You must part your own Red Sea because you have the intellectual wherewithal to do it.
Africa cannot change unless Africans and their leaders have a mental shift. This is the belief of Professor Patrick Otieno Lumumba. He is one of the few Africans that are outspoken about how Africans can make the continent better. He speaks his truth without fear or favor, and it reverberates. The one-time Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission director believes in a united Africa. Unlike other activists and pan-Africanists that speak about the concept of African unity like a fairy tale, PLO Lumumba talks in practical terms. Today we compile 10 lessons by PLO Lumumba that should help spark the much-needed mental and behavioral change in Africa. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell below so that you don't miss any of our exciting videos. Number 1. Religiosity in Africa.
It used to be said that we should think out of the box. I'm submitting to us the time has come that we must think without the box.
We were told to think out of the box. However, PLO Lumumba is submitting that we should throw away the box because we do not know who brought the box. Africa has a culture of over-religiosity. Churches are booming as people are looking for miracles rather than thinking of ways to solve their problems. Professor Lumumba said it is time for Africa to think and solve its problems rather than waiting for God or European countries. This is a direct charge to African leaders to wake up to their responsibilities. Number 2. When Africans fight, the Europeans love it. Africa is rich with mineral deposits which the world needs. For example, Democratic Republic of the Congo has one of the largest deposits of cobalt. This element is useful in the electronic industry. For this reason, many Western countries are expanding their mining activities in Africa. Sadly, most of these minerals are illegally smuggled out of the continent, while some of these companies only pay a paltry of the real value.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have so many of these groups that are emerging. And let me tell you, the Europeans love it. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, one of the busiest airspaces in Africa, private jets lifting uranium, lifting gold, lifting coltan.
For this rape to go on, they need Africa to continually be in a state of disarray. The moment Africa becomes peaceful, exploitation will become unprofitable. Number 3. Africa's leadership. It is not a secret that in most African nations, people are elected into offices based on their religion or ethnicity rather than qualification. PLO Lumumba mentions how an African minister is a demigod.
The African minister will never queue. Oh, he's anathemic. Oh, the African minister is a demigod. Oh, Africa.
They don't queue for anything and move in long convoys.
We must demystify political leadership going forward. And once we do that, and I think we can do it because I can now begin to see something happening in Africa. Young Africans are beginning to ask searching questions.
Number 4. False idols. Africans seem to have lost faith in themselves. For example, during elections in Africa, the African Union sends observers to the country. However, many Africans are more eager to hear about what the EU observers have to say. This phenomenon also occurs in other sectors. PLO Lumumba believes that Africa has dealt with diversity better than Europe.
Permit me to annoy you. In many African nations today, after every election, whether we like it or not, we have observers. And when the elections are being held, observers may come from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Uganda, but people are waiting. What did the European Union say?
Therefore, it is time for Africa to define herself rather than living on the definitions of European countries. Number 5. Africa's freedom.
And he said on that day that the independence of Ghana meant nothing if Africa was not free. The question that we ask is whether Africa is indeed free beyond the flags that we made for ourselves.
Most of the things that Africans know today were handed down to them by the Europeans. Thus, there is constant colonization of Africa's culture, religion, and economy. PLO Lumumba mentioned that during man's creation God molded sand and breathed unto it. Furthermore, he said that the last time he checked, the soil was brown or black, not white. Without mincing words, PLO Lumumba insists that Africa is the cradle of civilization. Feeling excited already? There is more to come. So, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell below. Number 6. Africa-China relationship. Throughout history, Africa is attractive to different countries. However, Africa is currently attractive to China. According to PLO Lumumba, no country will call you because they want to help you. Rather, they are looking for ways to better their country.
It is so attractive that the Chinese leaders call Africans to Beijing every year. The 54 of them, they call them to Beijing. And they say this is how China is going to work for the benefit of Africa. I refuse to believe them. It must be that there is something that is being done for the benefit of Beijing.
For Africa to become great, the continent needs to start feeding itself. Africa is one of the largest producers of cocoa, but why is the largest chocolate industry not in Africa?
I hold the view that when you are planning, you plan as if you will never die. And if you are prayerful, you pray as if you'll die the next minute.
Number 7. Failure by design. According to PLO Lumumba, post-colonial Africa was designed to fail. However, many people are afraid to ask the question.
To the Gambia, you will find monuments to the atrocities committed against the Africans.
The Westerners came and took African lands by force. However, today they want to be compensated before they can relinquish such lands. Kwame Nkrumah in 1961 said that for Africa to work, the continents need to unite. However, as early as that time, Europe was already working to divide Africa. Perhaps, it is time that Africa needs to look back at some of the lessons of our heroes past. Number 8. The one thing that Africa needs. Education is the only thing that equalizes men and women. The mind is the standard of human beings.
No matter how tall you are, if your mind does not work well, you are just a tall fool. No matter how short you are, if your mind does not work well, you are just a short fool. But if you have a mind, no matter how tall and no matter how you look like, we will recognize that there goes a man and a woman whose mind speaks for itself.
Professor PLO Lumumba emphasizes the need for Africans to change their mindset towards education. The beauty of education is that it opens many doors for you. You can retire from one area and move to another. This is a direct charge for young Africans to take education more seriously. Number 9. Why Europe loves Africa. Sadly, many African nations are at war because Western countries are funding sects to fight the system. According to PLO Lumumba, you only divide something that is useful like a wedding cake so that it will go round.
They were not dividing Asia, they were dividing Africa. What is it that is in Africa? You only divide that which is useful. Because that is how we divide cakes at weddings, because it is useful.
Before it was the people. They shipped Africans to different countries. However, today they come to live in Africa because if you can't control Africa from outside, you need to do it from within. Professor Lumumba believes Africa has all it takes to harness her resources. Number 10. How to make Africa great again. Within a short time, almost all the world leaders were in Africa for one reason or another. This gave meaning to the words, if the mountain does not go to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain. Also, it brings to mind the question, what is it in Africa that the world is scrambling for?
Kwame Nkrumah had a sense of urgency which everybody else did not have. He said, not in so many words, but in effect, that if we want to immunize ourselves from the diabolical machinations of the erstwhile colonial master, now turned neo-colonizer, we have to move here as one Africa, with the United States of Africa, with one army, with one currency, with one central bank, and with one nation.
PLO Lumumba believes Africa needs to come together and emphasize what unites us and de-emphasize what divides us. In this video, Lumumba highlights key steps African leaders can take to make the continent great again. That's it. But there is more where that came from. Tell us what lesson impacts you the most in the comment box below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't stop there. Share with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more exciting episodes. See you in the next one.